Part 3 of everything you need to know about real estate. Today, we're going to be talking about costs. Some of these are obvious, but some of these people don't think of. We're going to start at the top, which is your sales commission. Averaging 2.5% to 3% plus GST, depending on the area that you're in, your overall sale price, and the type of house that you do have for sale. You can work that out on your own value and understand that it is plus GST. So add the GST in, calculate that on your approximate sale cost and take it off the top. That's going to be one of your biggest charges that you're going to have. The next cost is marketing costs. Sometimes this can be very cheap. If you've got a block of land, Domain will let you advertise that block of land for free. You might not need to put a sales sign on it, and we might just take some quick photos with the mobile phone. Now, depending on exactly what that block of land is, sometimes we will recommend to get professional photos because the drone imagery can really help sell a block of land. Listing onto realestate.com can also be a big benefit for your property, and sometimes we may recommend to go straight onto realestate.com. If you're selling a typical residential property, budget on approximately $2,000 to $3,000 for your advertising. If you've got a big home that warrants a nice video or a 3D tour, potentially a second sale board, or maybe you're looking at doing a little bit more Facebook advertising, your advertising budget could sneak up to $3,500 to $4,000. But it really shouldn't exceed that unless we're talking about advertising on a development site, and they have some fairly specific charges. For example, one development site I'm selling at the moment to go on to developmentready.com.au was $3,500 on top of all the other standard marketing. However, with that property, the bulk of our inquiry has come from developmentready.com.au. So it was very important to have listed onto that website. Another fee not a lot of people think about is your conveyancing fees, both selling and buying. Typically, selling is around $700 to $800 plus GST. It can be more depending on the type of property that you're selling. Then you also have a PEXA settlement fee, which can be around $150, $160. And you may have some mortgage discharge fees if your property still has a mortgage. Have a chat to a solicitor, get a couple of quotes and see what the pricing is. I have seen conveyancing for as much as $2,500 when selling. If you're buying, you're looking at an average of about $1,200 to $1,500. It depends on how many searches you're going to get your conveyancer or solicitor to run. Again, get a couple of quotes in the lead up to purchasing your property. Stamp duty. Stamp duty is a big one when you're purchasing a property, and the rate varies whether you're a first home buyer, second home buyer, or buying an investment property. Depending on your situation, you should look up what your rate of stamp duty is. Have a chat with your agent or your mortgage broker, or jump online and Google stamp duty rates, have a look and do the calculation yourself. Moving costs. Not a lot of people think about this. You kind of look around your house and you think, it'll be easy to move. And for some people it is. You get a few mates together, you get a few utes, a few trailers, and you're away. If that's not you, if you don't have access to some friends or family to come and help you move, you might be needing a removalist. Shop around, get some quotes, ask me if you need. I do have some contacts that I can give you for removalists. Cleaning. Now, depending on the property and the buyer, there is no requirement for you to give the place a bond clean, but it's a good thing to leave the property clean and tidy. Now, if you're not going to be doing the cleaning yourself and you are engaging a third-party company to come and do the clean, ring around and get some pricing, because that can vary as well. Now, you get what you pay for with everything, but if the cleaning seems too cheap, it possibly is. And do your homework. There are a lot of people at the minute that aren't doing the right thing when it comes to quoting on cleaning. I mean, it's in every industry, but we've seen it a lot at the moment. Tenants are engaging with a company they've found on Facebook. They're paying a deposit of half of the cleaning cost, and then the companies are just not turning up. They disappear. So then they have to go and get a reputable company come in, and they've already wasted half the money on a deposit with a company that's never coming back. It makes the bond clean even more expensive. So if you're selling and you're thinking about having a clean done towards the end, ring around early and get some quotes. Most of those charges you might have already known about, but there's some of them there that you may not have thought about. If you thought this was helpful, make sure you hit a like on the video and that you're following along, or subscribed if you're watching this on YouTube. There will be more videos along the way. If you've got things you want answered, questions, etc., comment down here on the bottom of the video and I will get to them. I will be continuing to add to this series. Thanks everyone for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.